Chaotic Harmony, unfiltered with Keith and Amy. 2 mics, 1 marriage, all the chaos.
Welcome to Chaotic Harmony.
Welcome back.
I was really trying not to use my hands.
It's okay.
Because I feel like I'm like,
Always welcome everybody in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open arms.
That's right. Episode 12. Because
I mean, you just edited last night. So what did it say when you dropped it? Oh, when it was.
I think it was 11. So this one's 12.
I'm thinking it's 12.
I've done so many. It's hard to keep up with all of them. Doing this
Recording
such a
on
long
a
time.
Saturday.
Getting it done early. Got to work tomorrow. AV job and whatnot.
How was your week?
Week was pretty productive. I think it was a decent week. Finally got to clean the pool today.
Oh, yeah, that was
Jeez,
nasty.
that was bad.
That was horrible.
Just trying to figure out a way to stay a little bit more organized and not having to like drive around
Do you feel like
to
you
the
did better this
gym.
week?
Oh, 100% better for
Good.
sure. There was, I think maybe once or twice whenever I had to drive a lot, but for the most part, it was pretty good.
That's good.
It was pretty good. So I'm gonna try that again next week. See how it goes.
Oh.
See if I can keep it up. I know next week I'll be mainly on the gym Monday, Wednesday, Thursday because I got AV stuff. I got a lot of AV stuff coming up, and then Saturday I'll be there as well. But Saturday is like a double gym / AV, and then they get to rest on Sunday or do more house shit.
Next Sunday?
Gotta clean the filters now.
Yeah. And then we go to Vegas.
Yeah, we do go to Vegas on Wednesday, the following Wednesday. I'm so excited about the Vegas
That'll
trip.
be the 15th.
Yeah.
How are we going to record that weekend we're out of?
I think we'll probably just take a laptop, one camera, bring the mics, and then just have one camera on us wherever we're at. Maybe outside or wherever we're at.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it'll be like
There
a
is a
special
pool.
edition.
Yeah.
And we can talk about
Vegas
Vegas and what we
edition.
did and
Yeah.
all that fun stuff.
Oh, because we'll have to record on Sunday because the festival is Saturday. So
Yeah.
y'all are going to get to hear all about the festival.
Yeah, because Sunday is supposed to just be a
A
relaxed
recovery day before we fly out Monday morning to head back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. Ready for a little getaway.
Yes.
Really ready for the cruise.
I'm ready.
My buddy from Houston keeps on texting me his fucking countdown. It's like 101 days and then
I
the
can't-
99 day hit. I'm like, bro, you got to stop sending me this shit.
I
like-
can't count down until like November.
Yeah.
That's when I'll start counting down.
Yeah.
But because then I'll just be like, oh, it seems so far away.
But he said, yeah. I mean, he said it's going to go fast.
It
I feel
will.
like it always does.
It will
always
because we
flies
have the
by.
holidays, we have birthdays
Yeah.
coming up, we
Yeah.
have,
We're going to be busy.
yeah.
We're busy.
And my sister will be here for like 2 months.
2 whole months.
Yeah, 6 weeks, too much. She's gonna stay until the cruise.
After you're driving her down and y'all are she's staying till the cruise?
Yes.
Holy shit. I did not realize she was staying that long.
Yeah, that's why they're doing the RV and stuff.
Oh, I didn't she's pulling the RV. Y'all are pulling the RV?
No.
Oh, I'm like,
We are
y'all
not pulling that
Okay,
RV.
I'm like,
Christian
that
will
was
come.
left unspoken.
Christian is gonna bring it down the week of Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
She's just gonna come down early and she'll stay with Kara, dogs and stuff.
Yeah.
And then Christian will pull the RV the week of Christmas. They'll get it set up, and that's where she'll.
the week of Thanksgiving.
Mhm. Yeah, what did I say?
Christmas.
Yeah, the week of Thanksgiving, and that's where she'll stay.
She'll live there. Where is it going to be set up?
I can't disclose that location.
Oh, okay. Is it going to be like on a RV park? Is she going to be like a redneck RV park?
Yeah, but it's probably a bougie one. Because what if people want to stalk her or something? I can't tell her location.
She's famous with her
shirts
with
and stuff.
her boutique she's got going on. She's big time.
I know.
Mhm.
I'm so excited she'll be here. I'll be like, hey, I need this shirt.
You know, and then we could like let her live in our house for a weekend, and then we can go live in the camper to see what it'd be like. Get like a little taste of camper life. See if we like it. I feel like that's a great idea. Everybody who's listening, you should have saw that look. If you're on YouTube, you'll see it. I think you secretly don't want to do the RV living.
No, I just don't know. Like, I don't know. Well, like, I'm thinking like Athena that weekend. She has her dogs. Like, it would just be, it would be difficult.
So maybe we rent an RV for a week and go
somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I'd be open to that.
Okay. We could do that then.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
We got to wait until
I get my shit together.
pretty much.
That's rude. That's rude.
Goodness.
I have my shit together.
Yeah, you do.
Somewhat.
No, you
For the
do.
most part.
Yeah.
I feel like
You've been doing really well.
Yeah. Just the one key factor I want out of all of this is not there yet. And that drives me crazy. It's fine.
I have all the faith in the world.
Oh, thanks. Makes me work hard when you tell me that.
I do.
Appreciate it. What else? How was your week? Go ahead, spill it. Let everybody know how awesome it was.
Was it really that awesome? Actually, it wasn't a bad week. I did go to the doctor for the first time in a while to figure out what's going on, but I feel like that could be a whole other episode of what's going on with me and all the changes. Getting older.
Pre-menopause changes.
Getting older.
Yeah.
Even though I don't feel old.
Yeah. Just trying to navigate life.
Yeah.
See, I hit that getting older before you did. And
I know, and you're younger than me. Like, what the heck?
The military shit fucks me up, all of us.
I just wish it was all more talked about, more, because now that it's like I'm figuring it out, I also am like, I could have been dealing with this for at least like the past year.
Yeah.
And just didn't really power through it and man up. And, now I feel like I can cry at the drop of a pin.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
You gotta be very cautious. Like when we're on the phone or talking, I'm like, okay, who does she need right now? Does she need the husband that's going to fix this shit? Or does she need the friend that's just going to sympathize with her and tell her how shitty the situation is?
I feel like you've been doing good.
Picking the right one.
Yeah.
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 I try.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of work. Because then I second guess myself. I'm like, fuck, should I have just been the husband and gave her solutions? No, because she was not in the mood for those solutions at that time. So just had to be the friend.
Yeah. So I think that'll be a whole episode, maybe in a month or so of the different.
Yeah. Probably once you get your results back in and get everything kind of moving.
Yeah. In the right direction.
See how things are going.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little while to get everything lined out, but once you get it, it should be fine.
It'll be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we talked about, what did we talk? Oh, nutrition.
Last week.
We talked about nutrition last week. I was about to say fitness, but we talked about nutrition last week. This week is going to be
strength training,
workouts,
because it's the second pillar of the 4.
And what's the 4?
Nutrition, strength training, recovery, cardio. I'm like, what is the 4th one? It's because I don't do cardio. That's why.
And you're hit or miss on working out.
Yeah. Maybe about once a week.
Yeah.
Once a week I get maybe sometimes if I'm feeling good, I'll get 2 in, but for the most part, I do okay.
Yeah.
And then when I do my AV stuff, that's a whole 10-hour workout. So basically it's like 10 days worth of workouts in one day. So,
Yeah. How guy math works.
Yeah. That's how my math works.
Pretty good math. Sometimes I wish I would do that. I'd be like, oh yeah, I put in 10 hours today.
Good for the next week.
Good for the next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or hey, I put in 7 hours in one day because I went on a walk and then I did chores around the house and I was moving all day and that was 8 hours right there. I'm
done.
Good for the week.
Good for a week. Shut that shit down.
I wish my brain would do that. No, I don't, because I enjoy working out.
Yeah, it's good for you.
Yeah. It's good for my stress levels and because there's,
mental health.
That's what I was going to say, because it's not like you're not always going to be motivated to work out. Like you're just not. So you have to learn to be disciplined, because anytime I'm like, oh, I don't want to go or I don't want to do this, like the minute's over with, I'm like, I am so glad I did that.
Yeah.
So
got
glad.
the little endorphin rush.
Yeah.
Got the little happy girl chemicals flowing through your body.
Yeah. And there's some workouts where I'm like, yep, I worked out and I don't feel any better.
Yeah.
But I know mentally that it was good for me.
Yeah. Yep. No, definitely. A lot of people you'll see.
What is that saying too? That you only regret the workout you didn't do?
Yep. That's true.
And a workout can be anywhere from a stretch to something hardcore.
Just depends on
what you're moving and what you're doing.
Yeah. What your body really needs is really what it depends on. You could beat yourself up for 7 days straight and not take a break and, probably feel pretty bad. But when your body is just asking for like mobility or stretching or just a recovery type workout.
How do you know when your body's asking for that?
Because
my mind might say one thing, but then my body might be saying another, and I'm probably listening to my mind more than my body.
Well, how about, for example, currently with you got a big ass knot right underneath your glutes. It's about the size of a fucking plum.
Is it really that big? You didn't tell me that last night.
Yeah, it's maybe a cutie, but it's same size. Yeah,
that's pretty big.
It's a big ass knot. Yes,
that's why it's bothering me so
I
bad.
got it broke down.
No, I mean it feels a lot better than it did last night.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was still there after I got done working on it.
Yeah.
And then your quad feeling kind of tight on you. That's how you know, shit, I need recovery in my life.
And I've done it.
You have done good.
Well, and you know what I think it is too is like during the week, I'm like, oh, I'm going to stretch today, but then time runs out or I've focused on getting my steps or whatever, whatever the excuse is that day. And so then I end up pushing my stretching to Friday, Saturday, Sunday instead of breaking it up during the week. And
Yeah.
I need to get better at breaking it up.
I'm just
during
going
the
to program 7 days a week so you can't push them.
week like that. I mean, that would probably, even if it's 5 minutes, that would probably be better for me to foam roll and stuff.
Yeah. Or just go from taking your steps to taking your stretches.
Mobility and yeah. On some days. Maybe
Some
I
days.
should do that.
Maybe. Or just finish out this year and then next year, so you can finish out your steps for this year. And then next year be like, okay, instead of my 10,000 steps, I'm going to get as many as I can. But my primary focus every single day is 15 to 20 minutes of mobility,
yeah.
stretching, foam rolling.
I think that would be good.
Because I feel like with your goal-oriented self, you would, you probably,
to that.
yeah, you'd excel at it.
No, you're probably right. Because
even
my steps, like that wasn't necessary. That was just kind of something I just kind of said, this is what I need to do. And I think every month I've gotten 10,000 steps every day, except for 3 to 4 days. September was bad. I missed 5 days. I mean, I say bad. That's really not bad.
Yeah. Bad for you.
But for me, when I was averaging 3 days and I went up to 5 days, I mean, I still hit my average 10,000 steps a day for the month. But yes, I think you're probably right. If I say, okay, this year it's going to be focused on stretching and foam rolling instead of steps.
Yeah. I mean, still put the steps in there.
Well, yeah.
Maybe not a full 10,000, 5,000,
Maybe 7,500.
7,000.
Yeah, maybe
somewhere around
7,000 to 7,500.
That way you still get it, but you get to focus in on
other stuff too.
Mobility, recovery.
So in the morning, I'd wake up and stretch and foam roll instead of working on getting my steps.
Yep.
I could probably do that.
Yeah.
I get up early enough anyway.
Yeah.
So.
And I think that'd be good for you to get your body kind of limber and warmed up before you start the day.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what I use my steps for too.
Yeah.
It's just to get the blood flowing and
yeah.
It's all good. All right. So what about working out?
What about it?
What about it? What are we going to talk about?
Tell me about it. Strength training.
What about it?
It's the pillar.
Why is it the pillar? Why do people say it's the pillar? I guess my question is, why do you think it's the pillar? Because years ago it was cardio and now it's strength.
Oh, cardio's still there.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like 2007, when I first started losing weight, it was cardio and low cal, low fat stuff. Now it's eat all the carbs, eat all the protein, eat the fat, and it's strength training. Has it always really been strength training, but nobody knew, like the research wasn't there, and now it's like, crap, the research is there, do this, type stuff.
Yes, it's always been strength training. As far as the cardio goes, cardio and the low carb, calorie deficit type diets, carbs are an energy source and you get a maximum amount of calorie burn doing cardio, extended steady state cardio, high intensity cardio, boot camp workouts, burn workouts, spin, different Stairmaster, whatever, all of those. You get a higher calorie burn in that instance. But what you're telling your body is to adapt to that cardio that you're doing. So you don't need a lot of muscle for cardio. You don't need a lot of strength for cardio. So as your body is adapting to the cardio that you're putting it through, as you're in a calorie deficit, eating low cal, low fat, just low calories in general, not getting enough of your macros in to fuel your body will start to eat the muscles, because muscles do cost more to maintain on your body than fat does. So if you are working towards that, like endurance athlete, or working towards the high cardio type workouts, your body's going to eat up all the muscle, use it for energy. Well, it'll burn up all that muscle just so it can lean out. And with the amount of calories that you're eating, basically survive in that deficit with those type of workouts. So that's what happened. And like I said last episode, we don't have a weight losing problem. It's a weight maintaining problem, because we eat like hundreds of pounds a year, right? Cardio, low carb, low calorie diets, done. Everybody can lose weight. Everybody can do it. But what happens once you get down to that point where you've lost all the weight, now you're at your goal weight, you have lost probably about half the muscle and half the fat. So if you were to take an in-body test and before you started losing weight, you were at like 300 pounds, and it was 50% body fat, 50% muscle, and then you lost 100 pounds, 50%. So you would lose 50 pounds of muscle and 50 pounds of fat. So now you're 200 pounds. You've lost 100 pounds of muscle or 50 pounds of fat. So now you have 100 pounds of fat on your body, right? So now you're still 200 pounds, but you're still 50% body fat, right? Same thing with the muscle. If you have 150 pounds of that, you're still there. You're 50% muscle, 50% body fat, because you've lost both of it. Now what happens, your body adapts to the calorie deficit that you're in, and now you start to maintain at that level. So now you're not losing any more weight. It's where everybody plateaus. You're not losing weight. Nothing's happening. Nothing's moving. You think you need to work out more. So you work out more. Then you get a little bump. And then you want to cut your calories again. So now you're even eating less. And you get to the point to where you just can't do that anymore. Like you cannot survive. You're starving all the time. You can't, fuel yourself properly. You having all these cravings, all of that. So now you're maintaining at 1,200 calories a day. When you fall off of your diet and your workout routine and you start eating more, your body's maintaining at 1,200 calories. So even if you start eating 1,500 to 1,800 calories, that's still 500 extra calories per day at the end of a week. That's the equivalent of a pound of fat that you could gain just in excess of calories, right? So now these people who have lost all this weight got to a healthy spot, fell off. They started gaining all their weight back, but they only gain weight back in fat, because they're not working out as much and not doing as much cardio as they were, definitely not strength training. So now you're putting on all this weight again. So now let's say you're 200, you bump up to 250, but you added 50 more pounds of fat. So now you're back at that 150 pounds of fat, 250 pounds, and now you're 66% body fat. Whereas if you were to strength train, you're sending these signals to your body that, hey, we need muscle because this shit's heavy and hard and we need to be able to lift this. So build protein, build muscle, build muscle. Plus now, you're eating high protein. You can still eat low to moderate carbs and be fine. Make sure your fats are good at a good zone.
What is a good zone for fat?
Anywhere 60 to 100 grams a day.
100 grams?
Depending on who you are. Not everybody, but that's kind of the range. Females, I'd probably say 60 to 80, 85. Males probably pushing 70 to 100, somewhere in there at least. So you eat the high protein, you start strength training, you start building your muscle, and then you eat to a point to where you're maintaining, right? So you're not in a big deficit, but you're in a maintenance phase where you are working, not really losing weight, not really gaining weight, just kind of working. So what that does, working there, lifting weights and doing all that, it creates a body composition change. So you're building muscle and you're burning fat, but your weight doesn't move, right? So you can get stronger. You'll start to lean out a little bit, but you're maintaining your weight. You can go into a cut from there, but I really don't suggest really going below 1,500 in a cut ever at any given time, ever, especially for prolonged. Even at 1,500, you don't want to be in there for more than 4 weeks at a time. That's just asking for
trouble,
metabolic issues and hormones to get fucked up and all that fun stuff. To answer your question?
I think so.
Okay, good.
Now I'm like, what was my question?
That's a big ass rant.
I know, because now I'm like, what did I?
I think you asked me, has it always been cardio? Has it always been strength training, or is it cardio and we just now
are realizing
and we flipped the strength? Yeah. No, it's always been strength training. But there was just not a lot of research behind it.
And now there is.
Yeah.
Because it's like everywhere, strength train 2 to 3 times a week and
yes,
blah, blah. But here's my thing, because I always tell people, like, find something you love.
Right.
Find something that you love, especially when you're first starting out. Yep. Like, find something you love, whether it be walking, running, lifting, Camp Gladiator, those boot camp type workouts. Whatever it is, find something that you enjoy, because that's what you're going to stick with. Me, because I like lifting, I like going to my boot camps, and I I say I like to run. I don't really like to run. I like to run. I like the accomplishment, the feeling of the accomplishment afterwards. Like how do you know what a good balance is when you're trying to figure out your workouts and or just starting out and you're like, well, I kind of need to try it all, but like also people that are just trying it all, like trying it, it's kind of like you don't want them to do too much because then if they get too sore, then they're not going to come back and yada yada yada. So it's like because there are so many different workout types. There's CrossFit, there's boot camp type things, there's running, there's walking, there's lifting, there's Pilates, there's yoga, there's like so much to choose from because like me, those things that I just said that I love, but I'm like, oh, but if I did yoga or added Pilates, that would probably be good for my body. But I'm like, no, but I really love these things over here. I haven't really tried yoga and Pilates. How would I it would be hard for me to be able to do it all.
To give up one of them.
Yeah, to give up one of them. So I guess my thing would be like, what would be your advice on trying to find a balance because you don't want to do too much cardio if you're lifting because then it offsets, not even offsets it. It takes away, I guess, from if you do too much cardio from your lifting and stuff like that. So
if you're trying to build muscle, you don't want to do an extensive amount of cardio.
I think that's probably been the hardest for me.
2 to 3 days a week. And it doesn't have to be like heavy, high intensity cardio, twice a week should be fine, especially if you're trying to build muscle. If you're trying to lose weight, maybe add in a third day, but you still want to focus in on strength training to make the signals to your central nervous system more focused on building muscle than
steady state cardio.
Yeah.
When you say
cardio.
Lifting or strength training, and I think we touched on it last week, I believe, it can be body weight, bands, like it doesn't have to be, oh, you got to lift heavy. Like it can be 5-pound weights and just do 10 to 15 reps or something.
Yeah.
Because it's
for the most part.
Because my thing is like, yeah, I personally might have goals on certain things or the way I look or what muscles I want to build. But some people are just like, shoot, I'm just glad I'm working out and I'm lifting something. I'm strength training. So it's like, does it matter what you're lifting and doing as long as you're doing something? And I'm saying strength training.
Yeah, I feel like it should matter as far as the weights go. Because if you're lifting 5-pound weights, but you have a 15-pound baby, you're logging around everywhere, picking up, putting down, picking the stroller, pulling out of the stroller, putting in the car seat, pulling out of the car seat, grabbing the groceries, putting the groceries, all of that stuff. And you're only lifting 5-pound dumbbells when you work out. Like, what are you doing? That's not.
What if somebody doesn't have a kid so they don't have to worry about all that?
You got groceries? You got to carry your groceries in?
Yeah, but I can carry one bag.
How heavy is your purse?
I don't carry a purse.
Okay, well, how heavy is their purse? How heavy are their backpacks? How heavy are the things they have to work with every single day?
Yeah.
Like if you're...
I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. So there does have to be some kind of...
Yes, you should want to lift the amount of weights that it's going to take for you to be able
to do all those things.
To do your work, your daily life. So if you're working out and lifting less than what you're typically lifting in your daily life, like what are you doing?
Yeah.
Unless you're doing like hundreds of reps, to really focus in on like some kind of muscular endurance type training. But yes, you can use bands, you can use body weight. Those are all still resistance training, strength training.
But even on those, you're not doing like weight, so to speak, to be able to carry your 15-pound baby or whatever.
You're still putting in like the resistance bands. I'm not talking about the little single tubes that you use for like physical therapy. I'm talking like the bands that are like 20 to 30-pound tension in each band. I mean, they're still like an inch thick. When you get them stretched out, they do have a lot of tension on them. So it's not like a 5-pound tension. Yeah. Body weight, same thing. Push-ups, squats, lunges, planks, it's your body weight. Your body's not 5 pounds, so it's still considered resistant training that way. But like if you're sitting there curling a 5-pound dumbbell, I'm sorry.
You need to at least be doing 10 or 15.
Whatever it is that you can handle that helps you get through life, your work or whatever you do that, on a daily basis.
Yeah. Why do you think strength training or lifting weights are so intimidating?
I feel like a lot of it has to do with gym culture, because that's where people go to lift weights, unless you got a gym in your house, Yes, yes. Unless you got a gym in your house, you know, you have to go to the gym to lift weights. It's just what you have to do. And, you know, there are some gyms that are full of giant, just walking monsters of humans who have been lifting weights for 15, 20, 30 years. And they are just these giant specimens. And when people go in, I think it's just a mental thing of, I don't know what I'm doing. These people are just going to stare at me and watch at me and judge me while I'm working out. And, you know, honestly, that's furthest from the truth. You know, about 90% of the people in the gym are just there focused on their workouts. You know, they got their headphones in, they're looking around a little bit, but like they're not staring at anybody. They're just focused in on their workout, and they're in between sets. If they're not like watching TV or whatever, they're scrolling on their phone. So it's not they're going to specifically be watching you. And if you have a trainer, they're definitely not watching you. They're watching that trainer because they're trying to get some ideas for their workouts or just kind of see how the trainer trains, because that's really how people pick out their trainers. Like they watch all the trainers they see. They're like, oh, I like that. I like this. Okay, that looks cool. You know, maybe when I need a trainer, I'll go talk to him first. You know, so they're always watching you, no matter what you do. Always, always. So I think it's just a matter of, you know, being in their head. And
Because I even think somebody like me that we do have a gym in our house. So I don't ever go to the gym to lift. I'm always at my house, which I love it because I don't have to wait on machines and I can like go or, you know, whatever. But like, I feel like sometimes I even walk into the gym and I know what I'm doing, but I still feel intimidated.
yeah, I
Like,
think it's just a new thing, and you're around other people. So now you feel like the people are, you know, now you're in a group of people who work out. So now, you know, you're not just in the gym by yourself doing your thing. Like you know, you're around a whole bunch of other people. And it could be a little bit of imposter syndrome, you know, when you get into a big group like that, who, you know, like I said, are pretty jacked, pretty big, who have been working out for a long time. You can get intimidated because you're like, oh, I don't think I really belong here. This is
yeah.
crazy.
No, I can see that too, because I think that's a lot of times why I don't like to share my weight, like what I do lift, because
Yeah.
I'm like, what if people are like, oh, that's nothing?
Yeah.
And like, and it's like, but I really am strong and I do lift every day, but
Yeah.
it's kind of like,
Right.
you know, like I know it's a good weight for me, but then it's like, if I put it out there, it's like, somebody else can be like, that's all she can do.
Yeah.
But it really, at the end of I mean, I still put it out there, but those thoughts do go through my head of
Yeah.
like, wow, I feel really strong and really good. But then it's like,
But am I?
but am I? Like,
No, I get that.
I don't know, you know, like I like to think I am, and I might walk around with a whole bunch of confidence like I am. But I mean, I think I've even said it. My muscles are just for show. I'm probably not as strong as people think I am.
Well, we're trying to get them strong now.
No, I
We're
know.
trying to get them strong
I
now.
know. But I'm just saying, like, it can.
I mean, I feel like if you told everybody what you deadlifted the other day for 3 sets of 3, they'd probably be pretty impressed.
What I did last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell them.
190 pounds.
190 pounds, 10 pounds away from that. She deadlifted my ass, basically, what she just did. Like, are you kidding me? Like, if we're at a house fire, you'd be able to drag my ass out.
Okay.
How many other people can say that?
You'd be dead weight. Oh, I guess.
Duh. What do you think? The barbell and the plate? The barbell and the plates are alive and jumping around, helping you out, picking them up? No.
Did you? I stopped, dude. Like, come on, give me a break.
You're so silly.
So cute, Amy.
You're so pretty. Yeah, so you deadlifted a dead weight of 190 pounds.
Yeah,
That's
so I guess that would be.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see those reels where the husband like lays on the ground and the wife has to roll up and like.
Yeah, I know.
carry 'em
I've
out?
said we need to do that. Like
You could probably
squat,
do it.
deadlift, chest press. I couldn't.
No, like the husband is like passed out on the
Oh.
ground and the wife comes and rolls over and like hooks her leg in, hooks her arm under his arm and like rolls over, stands up and walks him out of the house.
I think I could do that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, you definitely could do that. Might be hard going down the stairs. You'd probably drop me, but
Well, you'd be passed out. You wouldn't know.
probably not.
As long as I got you out of the house alive.
Just get me out of the burning house.
Okay, let's hope that never happens.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
Look at. I guess what's one thing that you would give people that like advice about starting to lift weights?
Go slow. Don't jump off too heavy. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If you're in a gym and you're new, don't be afraid to ask for a trainer for help. Yes, they will probably end up trying to sell you personal training sessions 100%, but if you don't buy it, if you can't afford it, it doesn't matter. For me, I tell everybody I talk to at the gym, if I go through, our kickoff with them and all of that, and they decide they don't want to buy, I tell them that's okay. It's not a big deal. Like, I understand the financial concern of everything, but I don't want this to be where our relationship ends. Like, if you see me on the floor, if you need help with something, like, do not hesitate to ask. Like, I personally, truly am here to help you succeed. Would it be nice to make money? Absolutely. But if I can help somebody prevent them from hurting themselves, or give them a tip on how to, hit and recruit those specific muscles that they're trying to get, or the muscles that are not activating for them, get them to activate for them to help them in their path, so be it. That's great. That's just one more person, and it's just giving them that value of what a good trainer should be like, So start small, don't get too crazy, lifting heavy, find a good program, if you can't afford a personal trainer, fine. There's a lot of online coaches that offer programs. The only thing I would say with the online coaches is you just make sure that it's not like some cookie cutter workout program. It needs to be specific for you. Because if you have any kind of like skeletal imbalances or muscular imbalances or anything else like that, that you shouldn't be doing a barbell squat because your calf muscles are too tight and your heels keep lifting up off the floor, or whatever the case may be. Like, it needs to be specific for you. So there needs to be some kind of assessment done or something. They just can't be like, oh, here's my workout program that I sold to 17,000 other people as well.
Yeah.
Do this.
Well, no, and I get that because I feel like everybody's different anyways. Like,
Mhm.
you can't just, because it's like, I wouldn't do the same thing as you, or I wouldn't even do the same thing as another female.
Right.
Unless we had specific goals that were the same, but that usually doesn't happen, so I get that. My advice, if you're curious or whatever, mine would be like, make sure your form is good. Like, that would be my first thing, is make sure you know what you're doing. Like, watch videos if you don't have a personal trainer or somebody there cueing you for it, because I feel like if people don't have good form, then it's injury, and then they won't bounce back, or, it'll be hard to bounce back. And, so I think I'm very big on form and, all of that stuff. So I would probably tell them that.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't afford a personal trainer, research it, YouTube it for forms of the exercises. Make sure you're doing it right, because deadlifts, like, I've been doing them wrong this whole time. So, like, I'm starting to learn how to do them correctly. And, with you walking me through that, which I'm sure there's probably some video out there on the internet that could have told me that if I would have really looked. But, like, I just think form is, because now, since I know how to do them and I've been doing them right, and I've been making sure, like, I haven't had, like, yes, I do have the knot in my glute and my quad, but, like, as far as like me using the wrong muscles and stuff, like my back, knock on wood, this year, I haven't had any lower back pain, where in years past I did, because I was lifting wrong.
It's kind of using that low back and everything, trying to.
Yeah. So I think form is a huge, and making sure you have the right weight on whatever you're doing.
Right.
Like, not too heavy, not too light. You might, start out low and then kind of, okay, I can do that. I can do 10 reps of that. So it's like, if you're not struggling on that last couple of reps, or, not struggling, but like, then it's okay. Then you need to probably move up in weight type thing.
Yep. For sure.
I just wish everybody would lift, though.
Yeah.
Because ever since I've lifted, that's when my body really changed.
Made the big changes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I started eating more.
Yes. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, you can eat like a beast, and still maintain your weight because you have so much muscle on your body.
I feel like that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. Because you're in a lean bulk, but even in this lean bulk, you're still getting quite a bit of food, and your weight has only gone up like half a pound in 3 weeks, or has it been a pound in 3 weeks?
I think it's been like 2 pounds in like 4 weeks. No,
because you dropped off last week.
I did.
So it's like
it was
1
only
pound in 3 weeks.
It was only a pound, and no, because we've been doing it since the end of July.
So it's a pound a month. I think it's 3 weeks. I think your last weigh in, because this will be 4, because this is your 4th weigh in coming up tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you were doing your last weigh-in was the end of your 3rd week
The calories.
at your bulk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I'm sorry. I was thinking since I was since I've been working on this program.
You lean bulk and you gain a pound in 3 weeks. So that's pretty good. And you're eating a lot, so still just having that little bit of weight gain in there. I think you probably could like bump up just a little bit more.
We'll see how tomorrow goes.
I feel like you could bump up probably just a little bit more. Nothing too crazy, maybe 150 to 200 per day. And I'd probably keep you there for a while.
That'd be a lot.
I don't think so.
We'll see tomorrow.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it off camera. See if I can convince you to follow.
We'll give you an update
to
next
follow
week.
my evil ways. Trying to
I
get
feel
you.
like for the most part, I follow what you say. I might question a lot and I might push back
a lot,
but really,
especially during the lean bulk phase.
But really, at the end of the day, I still trust the process.
You do.
So
you do. And everything else, you do a great job of just doing. When I tell what I say, my advice that I give you. But then on the lean bulk is when you always have the most pushback.
Because I don't want to gain weight.
But you got to gain a little bit of weight.
I know.
Got to build the pool.
That's just not. Oh,
I know. But at least you're not doing like 3 pound. Well, I'm sorry to say you cannot be in a bulk and have a 6-pack.
I know.
You got to pick one or the other.
Okay.
Do you want a big old booty or do you want a 6-pack?
I don't really want a big old booty. I want my quads to be like.
Well, in order for your quads to get big, you got to have big legs. Not big legs, but big legs. All your muscles have to.
I want to walk around like where it looks like I'm flexing all the time.
Like you got bread loaves on your legs. That's hot.
That's what I'm saying.
I like those big old muscular thighs.
Yeah, where it's like I'm walking around, but it looks like I'm just always flexing, and you have the little cut right here. That'd be awesome.
Yep, we're getting there. Slowly but surely.
It's very slowly.
It's just the process. Building muscle is the hardest part, especially if you've been lifting for a while. But I feel like you're getting newbie gains on your glutes and hammies because you really haven't specifically targeted them like we've been doing lately.
What are newbie gains?
So newbie gains are like when somebody starts lifting and they just started lifting or whatever, like they start gaining muscle quick. As long as their nutrition is good, eating enough protein, like they start putting on muscle fast.
I don't feel like I'm putting on muscle fast.
You've been working out for 4 weeks.
On the strength phase.
Yeah. Specifically targeting the legs 3 days a week.
Yeah.
It's been 4 weeks.
That's like last night.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's been 4 weeks.
Not really going to see anything.
Not a whole lot, but you're getting stronger.
Yeah.
You're lifting heavier weights for more reps.
Yeah.
It's a non-visual win, just like it's a non-scale victory. It's a non-visual victory because you're getting stronger. You're putting more weight on the bar.
Right.
So you're getting stronger. And when we go into the next phase, all the weights that you were lifting for that hypertrophy phase, they're going to be heavier than they were when you were in because you just lifted heavier weights on the strength phase. You'll be fine. You have to do it to push yourself to get bigger muscles. I'm excited to see what this phase does for you. And then when you hit phase 3, I'm going to be in there because I want to see that booty pump.
Phase 3 is the supersets, right?
It depends. It depends on what we talk about, what you want to do. We could do supersets. We could do drop sets. We could just do regular muscular endurance type stuff where you're doing 2 to 3 sets, 12 to 20 reps, and taking a 30-second break in between each set. It doesn't have to be supersets, but that's like the basic phase 3 stuff is one exercise, 3 to 4 sets, 12 to 15 reps, small break in between.
So it's more about the small break in between than like anything like
because the longer you take a break before your next set, the more ATP gets regenerated in your muscles. So the longer you rest, the more it regenerates, the more power you're going to be able to push.
That's why this phase that I'm on right now is a 2-minute break.
Yes, because you want to have.
I never knew that. I knew like at rest to help your muscles or whatever, but
everything is regenerating, and you want it to almost be at that full regeneration, so you can hit those heavy lifts for that same amount of reps. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then that's why the muscular endurance is only 30 to 45 seconds, is because you're really just focusing in on the endurance strength of that muscle. But yeah, so if you do get a strength training program going, or you create one, or you build one on through Chat GPT or wherever you build it. Just want to make sure that you go through mesocycles with it. So
Go through what?
a mesocycle, it's like a 4-week cycle.
Okay.
So basically, like your phase 1 is going to be like the strength, like you're in right now, where you're doing 2 to 6 reps, 2 to 3 minute break in between each set, and you're doing 4 to 5 sets per exercise. You're not doing a whole lot of different exercises, just the main the main big 5, right? Squats, deadlifts, bench press, pull-ups. You're not doing pull-ups, but pull-ups and a push press type thing.
I'm doing push press.
Yeah, you're just not doing pull-ups.
I don't want to.
You're doing like bent over rows. So bent over rows, pull-ups, those are good power moves for your back. So you got to be very careful when you're doing the bent over rows of your form. That's why pull-ups are in there before bent over rows on heavy weights. Once you finish that, 4 weeks of that, you'll go 4 weeks into the hypertrophy phase, which is about 8 to 12 reps. You rest for 60 to 90 seconds per set. And then from there, you're doing, depending on what you're working out, if you're working out, if it's a leg day, you're doing like 2 to 3 exercises per quad, 2 to 3 exercises for hamstring, 2 to 3 exercises for glutes. And then on full body day, you'll do 1 to 2 exercises per each body part. And then, or whatever you want to do. If you decide you're doing like a push, pull, leg day, then that would be a little bit different. But if you're just starting out, I would suggest just trying to hit 2 to 3 full body days per week. That way you don't have, like if something happens and you fall off, you don't miss chest and shoulders and triceps and you have to wait 3 days to get them again. So if you go and plan it out 2 to 3 days a week, at least you're hitting your full body 2 to 3 days a week. And that's good. So if you miss a full body day, you can just pick it up the next day and have full body, and then push that next workout out a day or two or whatever.
So speaking of working out and lifting in 2 to 3 days, like should you lift back to back?
The only way I would say lifting back to back is if you were doing a split.
Yeah.
Upper body, the next day you do lower body. Or if you do a push, next day you do legs and then do pull and then do push, legs, pull.
But no full bodies back to back.
No full bodies
You
back
need
to
to
back.
have a day
You need
rest.
to have at least a day's rest for sure.
I was going to
At
say
least
people
24
starting out
hours.
might not know that.
Yeah. So at least a day, especially since you're only really working 1 to 2 exercises per body part. I think a day is good. Once you get to working out 2 to 3 exercises per body part, you want to probably have a couple days in there just because you are putting a lot more stress on those muscles.
How many days a week should somebody work out? That's even just starting out or normal? Because I know I won't say I'm normal.
2 to 3. 2 to 3.
They only have to work out 2 to 3 days.
Just starting out, just to get habits built.
Oh, when they're starting out.
Yeah, 30 minutes on the weights, 30 minutes on cardio, or 15-minute warm up, 30-minute weight, 15-minute cardio. But the weights need to be the primary focus of the lift. But yeah, and then you can build up from there. Even if you got 2 days a week, that's better than nothing.
Better than what you're doing now.
Right.
And that's what I always try to tell people is like, it's better than what you're
Just
doing
do
now.
something.
Yeah, do something. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be crazy. Do something for 30 minutes.
Yep.
At least.
That's it.
But that's hard too. Like it's hard getting into this. It's hard figuring it out. It's hard. Like it is difficult to figure, because I feel like I didn't have you. I don't know if I'd be this far in my journey. Like honestly, because of your knowledge and, you programming the programs for me, my lift sessions and things like that. Like I would probably still just be running in CG and
calling it good.
Calling it a day and that be it. So just knowing all of this stuff, like
it's super beneficial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of people aren't that lucky and that blessed. So it's like, how do people, and that's the biggest thing, just start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're just starting out in your journey and your weight loss and, and even if it's not about losing weight and it's about just exercising and being healthier or being there for your grandkids or your kids or, or like you said, just basic everyday carrying in groceries or, picking up, doing the yard work or whatever, just getting started out as something is better than nothing. Like get your body moving. Sure. Because it's going to be a lot harder when you get older and feeling the stiffness. And I feel stiffness already, but and I work out, but you know what I mean? Like it'll help all of that. So I think people just need to realize like Start out small, like don't go too big too fast because then you'll get burned out. Find something that you love, whether it be, lifting or Camp Gladiator, especially just at first, because especially if you do something like boot camp, like a boot camp type workout or CrossFit, there's still weights in there. You're still doing some kind of, I know you say it's cardio with weights, but in my eyes, for somebody that's just starting out, that's still a little bit of strength training.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like find something that you love and that you will want to go to. And I would also say find a group of people or a friend or two friends,
Yeah.
because I promise you, it's a lot easier to do when you have somebody that is counting on you.
Yeah.
It's just like this past Wednesday, like I wasn't feeling great and I did not want to go to camp, but I had already told Martha, like, I'll be there. I did. I showed up and I was like, I really showed up for you. But of course, at the end of it, I was like, oh, I'm so glad I came. Even though I didn't push as hard as I normally do, or I don't feel like I pushed as hard. I gave it my 100% for that day, which wasn't my typical 100%. But it was, and sometimes on Saturday when we get together, at least one of us is something like, oh, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. But you know what? We show up for each other, which ultimately ends up helping you as a person too.
Yep.
So
getting that community, getting that gym bro.
I would
or running
suggest
buddy.
trying to find an accountability partner, because we do as people tend to say, if we're by ourselves, oh, I don't have to do it. It's okay if I miss today. But if you have that person that is counting on you, you'll want to show up for them too, which ultimately you're showing up for yourself. And it's just a cycle that, and then you become some of the best friends you've ever had.
Exactly.
So you find that connection and you connect on a fitness, getting healthier together. And then it comes out to more stuff.
Got that like-minded individual to keep you on track with your goals and their goals, and using each other for accountability.
And like I said at the beginning, you're not always going to be motivated, especially starting out. You're going to be sore. You're going to be miserable, but keep showing up. Like, don't give up on yourself. Just keep showing up, and I promise it's worth it. Because now, like I said, there's a lot. I feel like more days now, I don't want to do it, but my mind won't allow me not to do it.
Yep. It's that discipline now.
Discipline. Yeah, now it's just disciplined. There's no motivation most days. But there's some days where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to work out. But then there's some days where I'm like, I do not want to do this. I'm not happy I'm doing it. Like, even trying to get my 10,000 steps most days, I'm like, ugh. But my mind won't. It becomes a discipline. It becomes a habit. Then when you've really made it is when your rest days are hard to take.
Yeah.
That's when you've really made
You're
it.
like, what do I do? I have to do what?
I don't
have
get
to
to work out.
out.
I don't get to do,
Yeah. I have to do what? Yeah. That's good though.
Yeah. I even told Joey, I think it was this morning, because, I color in the things. And the other day, or maybe it was last month or something, but the other day I was coloring it in. He's like, Mom, you have only missed 3 days of working out every month. And I was like, yep. And then he was like, if you average that the rest of the year, I think it ended up being like 330 something days that I would work out.
Yeah.
He figured out the math. I don't know what it was. I don't care what it was. It would just so happen that's how it had been falling. I was only taking 3, but then I was like, okay, in September, I'm going to do every Sunday as my rest day. Well, I didn't do every Sunday as my rest day. I actually lifted last Sunday, but then I ended up taking that Monday off because we only got like 3 hours of sleep because of the Cowboy Packer game. And so this morning I told him, I was like, Joe, I messed up my average. I took 4 days off in September instead of just my 3. And he's like, Mom, what are we going to do? And I'm like, I don't know. But I'm like, but I know it was probably good for my body to actually take those days off, especially with the phase that I'm in the strength training. Yep. So I'm, I was just giving him, or, letting him know, because we had that conversation. I was like, but I'm kind of like, my goal for the next end of the, to the end of the year is actually taking those 4 days off and really trying to help my body, recover and, work on those things.
Yeah. No, I think that would be good. I think that's good. So to finish up, so you got your second phase, and then your third phase is muscular endurance, or the muscle pump. So that's where, like I said, you're doing 12 to 15 reps, 2 to 3 sets per exercise. Probably do 2 to 3 exercises per body part, just because you can get through them pretty quick. And then you just repeat the cycle. Every time you get back to it, you should get a little stronger and a little stronger every time you come back.
It's
So
very boring, but very consistent. It's the way it's boring, and consistency is what is going to get you where you want to be.
yeah, and then that way you don't have to think about it. Okay, it's my full body day. It's day 1. This is what I'm doing. Full body day, day 2. This is what I'm doing. Full body day, day 3. This is what I'm doing. And you keep it for 4 weeks, and then you change it.
And then when you
3
change
new
it, you'll
days.
get a little bit sore,
Yes.
and you'll get used to
That
it.
first week you'll get
Yeah.
sore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you'll get used to it. And then right when you get used to it, it's time to
It's
switch
time
your
to
phase
switch it
again.
up.
A lot of people say that's like muscle confusion, but that's really not muscle confusion. It's just, making sure your muscles aren't adapting specifically to that workout, right? So they've already gotten used to working, that 8 to 12 rep range. And now you're going to challenge them on a different, not necessarily movement, but different volume, intensity and all of that. So it is going to be the shock to your body, but then you get used to it, and then you start a new phase, and you just repeat. Yeah.
Just be consistent. And
That's
show up every day for yourself.
That's it.
Nobody else. Do it for yourself. Nobody else.
That's it. What else you got?
I don't think I have anything else necessarily about this.
Hmm?
But when I said something earlier, it reminded me, like, you went to the Cowboy Packer game. You didn't even talk about it.
Yeah, I did.
You talked about
Did
it?
I talk about Joey buying me tickets?
Well, we did last week, but I'm just saying your experience.
Oh, it was
Because we
fun.
recorded on Saturday,
Oh, yeah.
and y'all went to the game on Sunday.
And we didn't talk about it last week.
Because you went the day before.
So this is the follow-up, but that was only last week?
Yes, babe.
Yeah. I feel like that was a long time ago.
I know.
I had the fucking best time.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was a tie.
Ended in a tie, which was silly, but whatever.
Hey, I'm saying for my mental stability at work, I am so glad it ended in a tie. It needed to either be the Packers beat them. The next best thing was a tie, because if we would have lost to them, I probably would have called in sick all of week to work.
I would not have heard the end of it. My assistant PTM at the gym, he's a big time Cowboys fan, and he always talks shit to me every day about football and the Packers and the Cowboys, especially leading up to the game. But then Monday when we came in, we really didn't have shit to say to each other.
Well, yeah, because I'm sorry, no matter what team you are, if you score 40 points, you should be winning the freaking football game.
You should be winning the game.
And really, why does NFL end in a tie?
I don't know.
I think that's the most stupid thing ever.
I saw this thing earlier today. Was it today?
The shoot off?
Yesterday?
No,
Yes,
today, the shoot
off, dude. Like,
I think that would be, it needs to be something.
Start on the 20-yard line. And every time your kicker makes a field goal from 20 yards, you back it up 5 yards. Back it up 5 yards. First one to miss.
No pressure on the field goal kicker, though.
They don't do shit the entire game.
That's rude.
They just sit there and get paid. I mean, some of them come in clutch, but like.
Sometimes they do.
Sometimes they do.
Winners came in clutch the other day. They actually won.
They did win.
By field goal.
They did win. Yes, they did.
And I
really thought that shit was going to be a tie. But I don't know why the fuck they went for it on 4th down.
I know. I was sleeping and you woke me up.
I'm like, why did you go? You were right there.
You were not that calm about it.
The 20-yard line in the red zone, and you fucking go for it? Kick the goddamn field goal in the game of the tie. Done. Idiot.
Maybe they learned from the Cowboy Packer game. They said, somebody's got to win or lose this game, so we might as well. That was maybe they're thinking, like, to go for it, score the touchdown, and it's over with.
No, that was terrible. Terrible coaching. Because that half game win could mean playoff contention.
Yeah.
Now you got a loss. Now your record's a lot less or more, so less than if you would have had a tie. So you should have just kicked the fucking field goal. Call it a tie and been done.
Who do the Packers play this week?
They have a bye this week.
Oh, I need to look at my... Oh, we're playing each other on Yahoo.
I'm kicking your ass right now.
Saturday.
I picked up Stafford.
I need to look at mine because I think I have
I told you on Thursday we were playing each other. And
I know. I forgot.
Don't be blaming this bullshit on you having people on the bench.
Oh, I will. If I lose to you, because I think in the years past I've always beat you.
You actually had the running back for the Chargers too, and he put up some pretty good points for you, like 30-something points.
I need to go look at it because I do have Kraft on my...
Yeah, you better pull him out.
Yeah.
Pull him out. Anyways, that's all I got.
That's all I got.
Yeah. So I had a fun time at the Cowboys game.
Good.
Packer game.
Yeah.
It was the Packer game.
So next week we'll record on... Do you work Saturday and Sunday?
I'm off Sunday, but Saturday's my long day, gym / AV. So we'll record Sunday. I will work this week to get this podcast dropped. I'll probably try to get it done before before Friday.
Okay.
Scheduled to drop on Saturday
Saturday,
at 6
yeah.
a.m. That way people, they wake up at 6 a.m. on Saturday.
Who wakes up at 6 a.m. on Saturday to listen to our podcast?
I'm just saying, what if we have some people out there that love us that much that want to listen to it?
That's true. I mean, who doesn't love us though?
I'm just saying, like what if they that's the highlight of their week, checking in and seeing how we're doing,
That's true.
because we don't get to hang out and talk to people as often as we,
That is true.
and people just be like, I just
Well,
like to
feels like
catch
I
up. That's
am.
right. That's right. That's what it's for. Yeah. It's a good time.
All right. Is that it?
I'm done.
Okay. Oh. We hope you all have a fantastic week with a whole lot of harmony and a little bit of chaos. Why are you laughing? I actually did good.
You did very good.
You just ruined
I
it.
didn't ruin it. I'll cut it out.
No, I think that's kind of funny because it's the first time that I've done it where we didn't have to cut it. Maybe cut this out. But...
I'll cut this part out.
Okay.
All right. See ya.
Bye.